Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the playoff stage for the Copenhagen Major. We would be in diamond coin territory if I didn't screw up the opening stage picks, but if you guys did follow my elimination stage picks, you did barely squeeze through here. But let's go on to the playoffs. But if you have a bunch of junk in your inventory, Skins Monkey is a great place to get rid of it. Not only do you get a free $5 bonus on your first trade when you sign up with that link in the description, you can also get a 35% deposit bonus while depositing with cash, crypto, or any of the other methods. And even if you don't want to trade, they have free daily giveaways to enter as well. Thanks to Skins Monkey for sponsoring. Once again, link in the description. So I'm going to start from the bottom here, I guess, and I think G2 is a pretty easy pick over Mao's. Mao's 2-0'd Complexity. They beat Eternal Fire and Ecstatic barely, 2 13-11s in those match, but they did 2-0 Spirit earlier in the RMR. But personally, I think you kind of, gotta go with G2 here. Eternal Fire versus Navi is actually going to be a really interesting one, though. Eternal Fire 13-1 to FaZe. They lost to Mao somehow, once again 11-13. They beat Vitality 13-10, and they beat VP 2-1. So they were looking pretty good in the previous stage. They did get 2-0'd by Heroic in the opening stage, though. They beat Gamer Legion, Pain, and Mongol, so it's like, I mean, what are you really going to count those matches for? It's kind of hard to say. Navi barely beat G2 Mongols. They got 2-1 by Spirit, 2-1 by Cloud9, and they 2-0'd Pain. So I think Eternal Fire somehow is the good pick here. And with Navi, I know I saw somebody on Twitter say something about JL's performance in this recent event. Or sorry, I believe it was IM, not JL. And he's had a pretty poor performance across a lot of major matches. So, I mean, I think Eternal Fire is honestly just the pick there. I mean, sure, it could go either way, but the way with that and Eternal Fire has been performing, I think they're the fair pick. When it comes to Spirit and FaZe, this is another hard match. They've kind of crushed, like, everybody recently. They beat Cloud9, they beat Imperial, but once again, what does that count for? They beat Navi, and then just going back, Blast Premier, they had some half-decent results, but they beat some no-name teams, so it doesn't really matter. They 2-0'd Heroic earlier in the RMR. They lost to Mouse, 13-0'd Ents, beat Astralis. And then I am Katowice 2014. I don't think that's how you say Katowice, but I'll pretend like it is. They 3-0'd FaZe, they 2-0'd Falcons, they 2-0'd FaZe again, they 2-0'd Complexity, and they beat Navi. So I'm going to go with Spirit here. I think they've been looking better than FaZe, honestly. I haven't been watching too many of the matches, but I think they might be the favorite to win the event. Them or Eternal Fire, even though I'm not going to probably pick one of those teams to win. And then Cloud9 Vitality, I'm just going to go with Cloud9 because, I mean, I believe they beat Vitality somewhat recently. They beat them in the RMR 2-1. Let's see. They 13-8'd them on Overpass. They got 13-8'd on Inferno, and then they 13-5'd them on Anubis. So I guess I'm just going to go with Cloud9. Once again, it's kind of a coin flip, but who knows? When it comes to these matches, personally, I so badly want G2 to win this major. I feel like they are definitely not the favorites at all. But for the top match here, I think Spirit's just been the better team so far, so I'm going to go with Spirit. But I'm going to go with G2, and I'm going to go with G2 to win the major just because I think it'd be fun. I'm not in the diamond, coin race anymore. I think if you wanted to be safe, I think it's pretty fair to say G2 is going to be the Eternal Fire just because they're, the more established team and, overall the better team. But I mean, you should probably be picking Spirit over G2 just based on how they've been playing. But it is Pickems. We're trying to have some fun out here, so I'm going to go with G2. As always, free $5 bonus on Skins Monkey if you guys want to check them out. Link at the top of the description. Let me know if my Pickems suck, and I guess we'll see in 3 days if they do.